What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Test Your Might, the weekly video game debate show. Today we are holding the debates, unfortunately, because just scheduling and then the Easter holiday just came into the fold into play here. So I got Justin with me just for a news episode. How's it going tonight?
Quack, 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 quack. The duck is back for the news this week. How you doing, Mike?
Doing good, yeah, we just wanted to get an episode out, just to make sure that we're on top of our news for the upcoming Test Your Might. So we're just going to talk about some of the recent news here from this past week and a little bit to go with that. So, again, today we'll be discussing the news that Joseph Staten is leaving Xbox, some Game Pass games, and more. So please leave us a review on any podcatcher of choice. Apple and Spotify are the best ways to do it. Apple specifically, go ahead and leave us a review. I haven't checked if we've gotten any new reviews from people here, because I did challenge you guys last week to give us some more reviews, and so hopefully we're getting closer to that goal of 20, and so we will definitely take a look and see. But if you're on Spotify, go to the mobile app only. You can rate us there, and if you're watching us on YouTube, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, let us know down below what you think about today's news. Little bit of housekeeping for you this week. You should be seeing our Harry Potter 3 review, continuing that series, and then we will hopefully be getting a review of the Super Mario Brothers movie out to you. I know Justin has already seen it. I'm planning on seeing it this week at some point. So we'll get something out for you here very, very soon. So, Justin, what have you been playing?
Oh, there is so much to talk about in what I've been playing. Marvel Snap. The season refresh just happened. Good. The season refresh just happened, so I dropped from the hundreds to 70. And now I get my break time. This is like a few weeks. I just chill, do some challenges on the side, not really worry about my stats, and let all of the sweats move forward. And then I'm able to pick up and pick up the pieces to get back to 100. It works out pretty well for me for the past 2 seasons. So enjoying it. This season, the animals, I'm in love with this season. The card backs look great. The card variants of the different animals look great. Cosmo and Goose, if you know those characters from Marvel, they look fantastic in this season. And they even released a really cool little triple pack for $5 recently with like Captain Marvel, or not Captain Marvel,
Captain America.
Captain America, yeah. And he's a cat. Like,
yeah.
They're all animal themes.
Yeah.
I'm in love with it. Enjoying it.
Captain America.
There was also a I'm a Rock bundle that dropped a few weeks back or a week.
That was the biggest waste of money that I ever saw.
It was $1 though. Like,
yeah, but I wasn't buying it.
Now you can put your little icon as a rock. It's kind of funny they did that though. You beat me with a rock in a game, so
I did.
Mike,
it
was funny. Just one rock.
Yeah. Justin, I've been playing Marvel Snap too, and I am further on the ranks that I have ever been. I'm close to 60. I'm close to that mystery variant. So I'm pretty excited.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm playing Shuri, so that's why.
Okay. Shuri Devil, I like it. The variant that I got for that, because once you bring it back down, you unlock everything previous, right? So the variant I got for it was this really cool Thanos one with like his hand up to the sun or something. It was cool. Just like a unique Thanos bundle.
Oh, variant, cool.
I guess. Other than Marvel Snap, I dipped my feet back in the swashbuckling of Sea of Thieves. I watched a documentary that they released. It was like an hour and a half long documentary of the making of Sea of Thieves. And I was like, I remember playing it. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to jump back in. Played with some randoms on a 3-person boat, a sloop. Did a bunch of missions. We were hashbuckling, making music and doing the missions. All the cool stuff that you do with syncrasy and like the music making and stuff. And then we saw a ghost ship thing, so we took that down. Immediately afterwards, we beat the ghost ship. We're like, yes, we got a bunch of treasure. The Kraken attacks us and takes us down, and we're just dying. We're gone. Like instantly, the rage hit, and I was like, "This is interesting." We did so well. We should have gotten our booty and got it back to the shoreline, and then the Kraken's just like, nah, bro, beep, just push a button and you're gone. Enjoyed
That's
it.
so
and
sad.
Then, it's a great game though. It's still one of the best looking water physics visuals ever I've seen. Then I dipped my feet into another boat game, which you might have heard about, came out recently, called Dredge. This is
I didn't know you grabbed it.
Yeah, I picked that up. It is interesting, to say the least. You are a boat fisherman, which Fisherman Sims, sure, I'll play. You crash your boat initially, and you have to pay back for a loaned boat. And then all heck starts happening. It's got a creepy kind of sense to it. If you don't sleep at night, things happen differently. And if you're out too late, boy, you do not want to, like, rocks will just show up in front of your boat. And if you crash, that's damage you have to pay for or sink.
It's kind of like doesn't it have like the Resident Evil 4 like inventory system too?
It does. Yeah. And you can upgrade the hull of your ship, and your your rods and your engines and everything take up space in that hull. So eventually you're going to upgrade it more and more to catch fish that cost more or sell for more and that kind of stuff. But it's really that creepy sense. It's really interesting. The way they mesh these two kind of games together, a sim fisherman to a horror kind of survival thing going on. And I like it. I like it a lot. No voice acting, which kind of stinks, but I'm okay with reading. So
it's an indie game. But I mean, also like a couple of the podcasts that I listened to, a lot of them were like really high on this game. So
I heard about it on a podcast, and I was like, sounds like something I would like. Let's try it. And I love it. It's a good game. It's very good. Other than that, I've got two others on my list. I stepped back into Crackdown. If you remember Crackdown,
the original Crackdown,
the original Crackdown, and it booted up my cloud save, and I was just like, I'm a master. Destroy everything.
It booted up your cloud save. Wow.
Yeah, from 360. It just loaded it up, and I was like, okay, cool. I've got everything pretty much maxed out. I went around in an open world, just wreaking havoc as a super agent. It was fun, and didn't look the worst, honestly. I don't know if they did up-res on it or something, but it doesn't look quite as bad as other games I've gone back to. So Microsoft Studios did something there. And the other game is a small one that I played on the iPhone on Apple Arcade called Lifeline. This is a game that you might have heard about. It's a text adventure where you are basically trying to help out a random survivor of a spacecraft crash on a random planet. You don't know where they are, and it's the only survivor that you know of, and she's communicating to you through text in this game. And then you tell her, hey, you should do this, giving her advice, and she goes and does it. And then the game stops. It cuts, and it says the person's busy, and a few hours later, they'll get done with whatever you told them to do, and they'll text you back. And then you continue the story. So it's like a prolonged game that just gives you little bites here and there, and then stops, and then continues, and then stops, and continues. And you'll get a notification on your phone like, hey, they're ready for you. This is what happened. And you continue it throughout. Lifeline. Very cool on Apple Arcade. I'm enjoying it. Maybe like, I don't know. I can't really tell the time span for it because it just goes on real time. Maybe like 15, 20 minutes total gameplay, and then waiting for things to get done outside of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about you, Mike? What have you been playing?
Oh, not a whole lot, honestly. Haven't had a lot of time to game this past week because it was spring break, so just spending a lot of time with the family. But I did get Marvel Snap Time in, and then actually no, I honestly, I'm if I'm being honest, that might be the only game I played this past week. I was playing a little bit of Tony Hawk, 1 and 2 with my son Caleb, and so that was a lot of fun. We were playing split screen, just hanging out and free skate. It's just super fun for the kids. So, let me tell you a story here. I recently, listeners, if you have a local library, a lot of them have video games. So check out their stock and stuff like that. And so one of the times that I brought my kids over to the library here, I saw that they had Brilliant Diamond. This one was Shining Pearl. So it was the recent remaster of that generation of Pokemon for the Nintendo Switch. And so I was like, oh, been wanting to play this one. So I decided to pick it up and grab it from the library, rent it out. And I think regardless of what you feel about Scarlet and Violet and the buggy mess that they are, I think we were kind of spoiled. I really do. I think we were kind of spoiled with that game because I started Shining Pearl and I was just like, I hate random encounters. I do. I hate it. This feels so like old and it doesn't feel it like, it's weird to say that it doesn't feel like Pokemon anymore. I know that's weird to say, but like to me, I think the quintessential experience for a Pokemon game is in Violet. Yeah, it was a buggy mess at certain times, but it was open world Pokemon. I feel like that's how we are supposed to experience these types of games. And yeah, just going back to the older like 2D style of Pokemon, it was very, very hard. And I'm not gonna continue it. I just don't wanna waste my time. So I thought it was very interesting because I grew up on that Pokemon. So did you, Justin. And so it was just weird. It was just a weird feeling that I think Pokemon is finally at a stage where it's like moving past the older systems that it was. Really quick, when I started Resident Evil 7, it had my cloud save as well. I thought of that with Crackdown 3. It was kind of, or with your Crackdown story. It was kind of funny. So all right, let's get into the news. Justin, Joseph Staten is leaving Xbox and Microsoft completely. This comes from IGN, an article here. And
is
I'm
that
reading
the brother of Jason Statham?
No, it's not. I'm reading from Rebecca Valentine, a wonderful reporter over at IGN. She says Joseph Staten, head of creative on Halo Infinite and cinematic director on the first 3 Halo games, is leaving Microsoft, the company has confirmed to IGN. In its message, Microsoft did not say where Staten was heading next, nor the reason he was leaving Microsoft after 9 years. We're grateful, quote, we're grateful for Joseph's contributions to the Halo franchise and Xbox as a whole. The statement from a Microsoft spokesperson reads, we wish him all the best in his new adventure, end quote. And then Staten himself did take to Twitter and he says, quote, hey folks, I am indeed leaving Microsoft. I'll have more info to share soon, but for now, I'd just like to thank all my Xbox colleagues for all their understanding and support as I embark on a new adventure, end quote. Justin, Staten, he's been a director on some of our favorite games of all time. I personally really loved Halo Infinite, both the multiplayer and the single player campaign. He's leaving Xbox. What are your thoughts?
I wish him the best of luck, honestly. Halo 2 and Halo Combat Evolved were 2 of my first games that I played that were first person shooter minus the N64 games. But these were the ones that really cemented my gaming stature as a small child, as a small duckling. And he was a big part of that, knowing that he created a lot of that great gameplay that I enjoyed growing up. And I wish him the best, wherever he's going to go. I'm sure he's going to do great things. And I can't wait to see where that is and what he creates, because being outside of the Halo world, he's going to be able to blossom into the thing we know he can do. And I really hope he does that in these next few coming years.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. Definitely wish Staten the best of luck on his next adventure. But I also want to say that, like, I really appreciate him and 343, just taking the time that they needed with that year delay to get Halo Infinite to the place that honestly it needed to be. Before release. I mean, yeah, you can argue the semantics of it. Like, it should have had, at least couch co-op, at least online co-op, yeah, sure, that's fine. That's fine to argue that, but I do believe that without Staten, and without that 1 year delay, so that all the creative directors there could put their heads together and get it to where it was supposed to be, like, I mean, we wouldn't have Halo Infinite in the way that it is. And, Halo, at least from what I can gather, is having a little bit of a resurgence on the multiplayer side right now.
Most
Obviously,
with Forge mode, it really helped a lot for player base and for content drops. Season 3 is apparently very well done as well. Very good as well. But they need more still, even with Forge. But it's definitely better than it was.
Yeah, I mean, it's at a better state right now. I still think it has some of the best gunplay I've ever had, or I've ever played with in a video game. And so, yeah, they just did a really good job to turn that around from, that one gross looking brute that Craig was his name, I think, that they coined him on the internet. Anyway, so Joseph Staten, we wish you the best of luck on your next adventure. Justin just wanted to highlight some Xbox Game Pass games coming in April. They did announce some things, so some things that are already out here as of this recording. We got Loop Hero, which came to console and PC, which honestly was one of those that I have on my PC. I just have not tried it. And I know it's very good.
That I've dropped maybe 3 hours into that game. I forgot to mention that in what have I been playing. I am loving Loop Hero. Yes. Okay. Really? It is so good. It's card based. It's deck builder. You unlock cards as you go, and you really see the concept of how the game is supposed to be played, and the things that surprise you along the way are just amazing. Things that interact with other things that you didn't know would when you place them near each other. You're really playing God, and you can make the game as hard or as easy as you want it throughout your gameplay, and it's really good. I'm enjoying it a lot. I forgot to mention that. Sorry. I'm
gonna have to download that for sure and give it a try. Everspace 2 is coming to PC, has already come to PC. Iron Brigade to console and cloud, already out. A game that was exclusive for a year, and a game that did you ever try on PC? Correct me if I'm wrong, but Ghostwire Tokyo. Did you try it out?
I played maybe 2-3 hours on PC and enjoyed it. I really did love it. So I'm thrilled to get into it again with achievements, because I bought it through Steam, obviously. Yeah. So with achievements, I'm definitely going to go through. It has a great story and atmosphere. Not so much creepy as I thought it was going to be. More action, but definitely a little chilling.
Yeah. Definitely another game that I want to hop into and try. A game that is a blast from our past, NHL 23. Yeah, Justin and I used to play Chell all the time. So a game that is picking up steam with a lot of like previews that I've seen, Minecraft Legends. I think this is going to, I don't want to say sleeper hit, because Minecraft is big, but like I think this is going to be huge. I think this is going to be a really, really big hit coming to Game Pass on April 18th. And also not just Game Pass, but it is also coming to the PlayStation consoles. And I don't know about Switch, but I do know PlayStation for sure.
Yeah, definitely interested and excited for this. Minecraft Legends, it's going to be cross-play available. So any game system that you have, you'll be able to play with your friends. And it's definitely on that family sense. I wouldn't say sleeper either. I know I probably fought that or debated that one time in the past. But it's going to be like what they did with Dungeons. They brought a different formula to the Minecraft universe that kids could get into, maybe as a starter game, and get used to it. That way, when they move on and grow up, they get the bigger RTSs. This is definitely something that's picking up a lot of steam, like you said, and it looks very good doing it. Something that's new and unique, that's going to change up the formula just a bit, but still keep it where we know. And I can't wait. April 18th is going to be a big day for Minecraft for sure.
Yeah, I think so. And it is coming to Switch. So if you have a Switch, it's coming to all the things. So that's really cool. Coffee Talk, Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly, coming out April 20th. The Last Case of Benedict Fox and Homestead Arcana, both coming in the latter half of April. to Game Pass. Now, that does bring us to a good transition because we did want to talk about some of the indies that were showcased at April's ID at Xbox on Twitch. And so go ahead, Justin, jump into the last case of Benedict Fox, because you kind of said yes at that. So why don't you...
Oh, yeah. Rogue Games making this the last case of Benedict Fox. Looks like it reminded me, just like a lot of people, of Ori and the Blind Forest. It reminded me of that art style, but also kind of a Tim Burton look to it. And really enjoying that gruesome kind of grotesque hint in there that I hope makes a bigger appearance. Side-scrolling, action, different abilities, demons. It looks great. I can't wait. It's a little tiny indie game that is picking up steam after their previews, and it's really looking good. The other one that you mentioned, also coming this month, is going to be that Coffee Talk, and I've been hearing things about this as well. Definitely a novel that you're going to be reading through. Chorus Worldwide Games and Torg Productions, the second in the series, and the first one got a huge following, so this one probably will do the same. I'm gonna have to pick that up and try it out. Coffee Talk episode 2 looks good too.
Yeah, I mean, did you check out Coffee Talk 1, episode 1?
Not yet, but okay. But I'm definitely interested in doing it. The only other game that really hit me interestingly is The Explorator. Did you see the trailer for this thing?
I did not get a chance. It looks beautiful, though.
Shell shading exploration, right? It starts off, the trailer looks like you're a dinosaur or something going like that, but then it just pops into Doom Wolfenstein graphics.
Yes.
Like first-person shooter. And it looks shell shaded. So the art style is just there. And it looks so good.
It is there.
I can't wait to get into
Say that about every game.
Yeah.
Every game has their art style there.
Oh, yeah. I just want to be there. I want to be there, in there. Dinosaurs.
I'm actually looking forward to Cassette Beasts. Did you see that one?
I did.
So essentially it's a Pokemon-like, where you're monster collecting, but it's open world, and you are one of the companions, and you'll team up with a lot of them. There's a system that you can combine two monsters, so it sort of has these like Digimon vibes too, maybe a little bit. So I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to that. It is coming to Game Pass on April 26th, day one. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
One of the ones that I will probably play, but no one else in this podcast will, is a sim-like game called Homestead Arcana. This is you play a witch, and darkness, kind of like Dreamlight Valley story is, where the darkness is kind of taking over the area, and you got to fix it with magic and stuff. And you're farming and doing like alchemy and all kinds of stuff as a witch.
Yeah.
And you have a cat companion, just like Hi-Fi Rush, but the cat's name is Huckleberry in this, and it looks really cute and kind of like little artsy, magical, whimsical. Skybound Games has been known for doing cute little things like this, and I can't wait to see it come out.
For sure. The art, again, like, I love the art style of a lot of these. And just to top this section off here, Vampire Survivors is getting another DLC pack here. To the rolling hills and wooded lands of Western Europe. So April 13th, that all comes out. Obviously, Vampire Survivors is in Game Pass. You want to do a timer?
Should I do like should I do a timer of how long I can get all the achievement, or how quick I can get all the achievements?
I mean, I'm down for that. Just let
like
us know.
The ice one, it was like one run. I got it all. I was like, all right, well, thanks for the DLC. Let's see what happens with this, because there's 20 achievements. So
yeah, I should probably get back into it. It's super fun. Just like move the right stick, just podcast video game. So
how dare you.
All right, final story of the day. Now, granted, I have not seen it, and obviously we will keep it spoiler free, but The Super Mario Bros. Movie had the biggest global opening weekend ever for an animated film. It is
That's huge.
estimated to bring in $368 million worldwide. It had one of the biggest Thursdays of all time. And it has passed Frozen 2's $358 million to earn this honor. And it completely destroyed Ant-Man and the Wasp so far this year. It's just going so well. Justin, you've seen this movie already, like it, and from the buzz that I am reading online, it seems to me that it certainly deserves this high praise and support.
Yeah, I loved it. For being such a short movie too, an hour and 32 minutes. Uh, we saw it as a family. I went, my girl went, and all of her kids and my kids went, and we all just went and saw it together and enjoyed it. We got all of the little like Easter eggs here and there that we grew up with, and the kids loved it just because they're kids and they love Mario. Uh, but the funny thing about this, yes, it beat Frozen 2. That's huge. It beat all of the other animated films in the box office. That's huge. The critics gave this a 56. Okay? The critics gave this movie a 56 out of 100. That's not good. Not very good at all.
Rotten
But
Tomatoes?
yeah, on Tomatoes. But the audience gave it a 96. Okay? This is when the critics are doing what they do in films and saying this is what happened. There was 213 reviews and it averaged a 56. For the audience, there's over 10,000 plus reviews, and it's sitting strongly at 96% for an audience reviewed film. This is for the fans to the max, and I loved it. It set it up for a sequel. It's going to continue rolling. I saw a little timeline, kind of what they did with Marvel with the phases, and they showed like Kirby and Donkey Kong and Star Fox, and Super Smash is the final one that comes out. It would be awesome to see that happen. That's not official, but it looked cool, and I can't wait. I loved it so much. Jack Black did such a great job, and everyone else that was casted did a great job. I don't care about the controversy of, oh, is he going to be a good Mario or not? Chris Pratt. I loved it. He did a great job, and I don't see anything wrong there. From an audience standpoint, he did the character justice, and he did it in such a comical, unique way that just like throughout that old film that we all are thinking about. Apparently, based on the reviewers, the tomato critics, they rated it pretty similar, but not for the audience, and that's where it changes. For audiences,
yeah,
96,
I mean,
that's huge.
From what I've heard is that just critics just don't understand video games. They are rating this off of pure like movie, but I've heard that it's because of its video gaminess and it's being Mario. Like it just hits different for people who love Mario, so and love video games and love the history behind it. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's definitely an anticipated film of mine, so I will be getting a watch in sometime this week, hopefully by the weekend, and I'm sure that me and Justin can get a quick review out for you guys. So stay tuned for that.
Let's go.
All right, Justin, we're going to do a quick gaming draft to round out our episode. Best handhelds of all time. No, you know what? I will be the gentleman here. You could go first.
I will also be the gentleman and let you go first.
I'm the host, and I'm going to be more gentleman. You may go first.
Why, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I'm going to go ahead and cheat a little bit because that's what I do sometimes. And that's going to be the Steam Deck for number one.
That's not cheating.
You can play everything on it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
All right. I'm taking the Steam Deck.
Okay.
Best handhelds of all time. It is video game related, so Steam Deck it is.
I am going to be taking the Nintendo Game Boy.
The original, the OG, the big gray.
Well, it gets everything. It gets Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advanced.
That's true.
Gets everything Game Boy. So I'm going Game Boy.
He took the nostalgia route and also stole all of the Game Boys, which means I have to jump on the boat to take the Nintendo DS, right? I just have to snag that up. The amount of games that come out for the Nintendo DS or came out for the Nintendo DS that were just fire games. Well worth it. That's a huge pick in my opinion.
All right, and that gets you the 2DS and the 3DS as well. So,
correct.
I'm going Nintendo Switch. One of the greatest video game consoles of all time. Just happens to be a handheld that you can switch to your TV, which is just phenomenal.
What is your favorite game on the Nintendo Switch, though? Did you play it handheld is the question.
I mean, my favorite experience that I've had on the Switch, I played a lot of it handheld, yes. Really? Which is Pokemon. Okay. Yep, Violet.
Yeah, I played a lot of my games docked.
Yeah, I mean, but it's still a handheld. I mean, I'm mostly I'm playing Metroid Prime mostly docked. So, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna take one that's kind of underwhelming, but it has a place in my heart, and that's gonna be the PlayStation Portable, the PSP. For what it was of the time, I was in 8th grade. And this was like PS2 graphics.
Yeah, it was great.
In a handheld system. And you were able to take a lot of your favorite games along with you, play music, and also, do some other shady stuff on that console and get other games on there. Not saying I did, but you could. And it was an awesome thing. And even the PSP Go and the PSP Vita, those were phenomenal consoles that just
PS
lived
Vita,
short lives.
Not PSP Vita.
Yeah.
I was Justin, you'll find this funny. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were doing like an ode to Miyamoto, just a podcast about Miyamoto-san. And there was a journalist that was on that podcast, and he got to interview Miyamoto probably like 12 times or something like that. And one time he showed Miyamoto Super Mario Brothers 2 running on a PSP.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's the thing. I'm not saying I did it or anything, but it is a thing.
And Miyamoto was like, "Whoa, did you make this?" And he's like, "No, I'm not a game designer. I'm just emulating it." And then Miyamoto's like, "All right, cool." He didn't care. Okay, so I am gonna have to go with the Game Gear. I will go with the Sega Game Gear. It's not good, but it's a handheld. So
it's not bad.
All right. Justin has the Steam Deck, DS, and the PSP, that whole line. And then I have the Game Boy, the Nintendo Switch, and the Sega Game Gear. So let us know down below in the comments. First of all, who won this draft? Secondly, what 3 would you choose for your draft? Let us know. And also, I did check. Nobody left a review. So sad. But I'm going to challenge you again. If you're listening to my voice, please leave us a review. I would really appreciate it on Apple Podcasts. If you're on Spotify, go ahead and leave a star rating there on the mobile app only. Obviously, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below all the things that I asked you, and say hi and stuff like that. Yeah. For Justin, my name is Mike. Follow us on Twitter at WhatTheFunPod, as well as our YouTube channels found there. This has been Test Your Might News. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.